Hey guys, I'm Nick Laidlaw, and today we're going to be working on the pop-up. So I want to share with you some specific or some surf-specific movements because I'm a surfer. I've been surfing my whole life and also been really digging a deep hole into this movement, teacher, practitioner, and exploration over the last 15 years as well. So I really want to share with you some things, some tools that have been easy for me to see when I'm in the ocean to apply on land that also spill into our practice on ocean. And the first most fundamental is the pop-up, or what everyone calls the pop-up. And what I'll describe or demonstrate to you is the slide up. So when I hear the term pop-up, or I've worked at surf schools before and seen a lot of people beginning to surf, and when I hear the term or expression pop-up, I automatically hear, and I know a lot of other people hear, is just like, quick, get to your feet, rush, you know? And I think when you're a beginner surfing, you want to be able to distill the most calm environment you can in a chaotic world of ocean. So when you're told to like jump to your feet as quick as you can, it's not the best recipe, or it's not very conducive to like a smooth entry into surfing or entry into the wave. So what I'd like to do is peel it back, simplify it a little bit, and take the jagged steps out of it so that it's one nice fluid movement. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. So the movement pattern of the slide up, or getting to your feet on a surfboard, is a combination of 3 or 4 separate movement patterns that we need to be quite efficient at to then be able to seamlessly transition from our tummy to our feet. So I'll show you how I interpret the movement. And I'm not saying this is the only or the best way, but it's definitely worked for me and a lot of people that I've taught and worked with. So that in slow motion, I'm going to extend my chest. I'm going to look over my shoulder. I'm going to drag my feet between the hands and stay low. It's all about that balance between softness and just enough integrity. We don't want too much hardness. We want to kind of iron out all of the edges of the movement as best as we can. So you've paddled for the wave. You're going to lift your chest first, looking over the shoulder, lift the hips up higher, and slide that front foot through. So whichever, if you're a regular or a goofy. So in order to get or arrive to that place, 3 movements need to be practiced, I reckon. So first being the press up. So that's squeezing the glutes, lifting the chest, up and down. So I'd get good at these movements first, just by practicing, say, 10 or 12 at a time, repeating that cycle a few times over. So the getting some extension in the chest is what's going to allow your feet to then slide through underneath your hips. So that's the first thing, is the extension in the chest. The next thing is this, what's called a gymnastics push-up. And you're not going to drag the tops of your feet on the surfboard up the wax towards your feet when you're doing this in real life. But to attain that strength and connection in our abdominals, and from our upper body to our abdominals, is going to be really important. So in order to do this quite well, if we make it a little bit more challenging, head down, core on, so you press your hips into the floor, dragging your feet through the hands, slowly chipping away at that. That'll be a really good second movement pattern to attain. So if you don't have the gymnastics push-up, which is what would be good to attain, is from the squat position to slowly walk hands out and then walk your feet towards your hand, and just getting more proficient in that movement pattern. So then the third movement pattern to be efficient at is getting comfortable in the squat position and also be able to open those hips so you're able to travel laterally, left to right. And if your movement looks like this with assistance from the hands and the hips a lot higher, perfect. I want it to look like your pattern, not like my pattern. There's only one of you. Everyone else is taken. So we want to really work into our body type and what the movement patterns that are going to serve our body type the best. So again, we get open through the chest is 1. We get strong through the core, 2. And then we get nice and open through the hips. And with those combinations and then a bit of timing and rhythm and flow and lots of practice, your pop-up's going to be epic. So thanks for joining us, guys.